Hi children, welcome to my channel Excellent Tutorials. Today I am going to teach the passing package continued part, last part, theorems. Theorems are very important. From triangles chapter, one theorem definitely comes for 4 marks, and from circles chapter, one theorem comes for 3 marks. Total 7 marks you will get from the theorems. Therefore, you have to practice all the given theorems properly. The 7 marks you will get definitely. Okay. First, I will teach Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem. See, what is the definition of the Thales theorem or basic proportionality theorem? If a straight line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then it divides the other two sides proportionately. Okay? If a straight line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then it divides it cuts the other two sides proportionately. It is the given statement. They will give in a question paper, prove that. Then if a straight line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then it divides the other two sides proportionately. Like that, with this definition they will add, prove that, like this. Okay, you have to draw diagram according to the statement. What is given in the statement, understand and draw the triangle. Triangle ABC. In a triangle, a straight line, D is a straight line, is drawn parallel to a side of a triangle. Here we took a side BC. Any side we can take, but in this triangle, in this theorem, we took a BC. We took from the triangle. For this triangle, we drawn a straight line parallel to it. Okay, D is a parallel line drawn parallel to BC. Okay, D is a straight line drawn parallel to BC. Then this straight line cuts the other two sides. Which are other two sides in this triangle? Other two means what? BC. For BC we drawn this straight line parallel. Means except this BC, other two sides are AB and AC. This straight line cuts or divides the other two sides AB and AC proportionately. Means AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. This we have to prove. What we have to prove? If DE is parallel to BC. In a triangle ABC, DE is parallel to BC, then AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. Okay? First we have to write the data. Draw the triangle and D is the straight line drawn parallel to BC. Okay. After this, write data. What is the data in the definition or in the given question? In triangle ABC, D is parallel to BC. Half part. First part is the data. Okay. Second part, it becomes to prove. Second part is what? Then it divides the other two sides proportionately. First part, if a straight line is drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, it becomes the data. Then second part, it divides the other two sides proportionately. Here they given in the form of a statement that we have to make a mathematical sentence. Okay. To prove. First in data, in a triangle ABC, D is parallel to BC. Then to prove, second part divides the other two sides proportionately, means AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. That we have to prove. To prove is AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. So simple. In every theorem, first part will be the data, then last what is the question, what we have to prove, that become the to prove. Okay, these 2 points first we have to write. Okay, After that, to prove this point, what is necessary construction? What is the given statement? According to that, we drawn only triangle ABC, then D is a straight line drawn parallel to BC. Only that much is not enough to prove this point. Okay. Therefore, we have to construct this. LE is perpendicular to AB and DN is perpendicular to AC. That we have to construct. Join D. D and C, E and D. D and DN. Join DN and LE. What I have to do? Join DC and BE. This is one part. Then another construction is draw a perpendicular line LE to AB and DN to AC. Okay. From this part, I have to draw two perpendicular lines. DN is perpendicular to AC, LE is perpendicular to AB. Then join DC and B. Okay. Join D and C and E and B. B and E, D and C. Join. This is one point. Then draw perpendicular EL to AB and draw DN perpendicular to AC. Okay. After writing this construction, then we have to go to proof. This we have to prove with reason. Okay. In a proof, area of a triangle ADE. We have to take a triangle ADE. Okay. Area of a triangle ADE. Then in denominator, area of BDE. Triangle BDE. BDE. This triangle and ADE. This triangle. In these two triangles, what is the area of the triangle? Half into base into height. Area of the triangle is half into base into height. According to this formula, area formula of a triangle, half will be constant as it is. Base is AD. AD is the base and LE or EL is the height. Perpendicular line means that is the height. If we will take a ADE triangle, in that base is AD, height is EL. Okay. Half is constant. Half into base into height. AD is the base, EL is the height. Half is constant. Then area of a triangle BDE. In denominator, take a area of the triangle BDE. In this, BD is the base and EL is perpendicular to whole line, this whole side AB. This is perpendicular to whole side AB. Therefore, for BD also, this will be perpendicular. Okay, means that is the height. This line is height for full AB. Anywhere it is, this is the height. Therefore, if you take this triangle also, height will be LE, because we took, see here, LE perpendicular to AB. Okay. Therefore, for this base is BD and height is LE. Okay. Then half get cancel each other. In these two, up and down, half and half common is there, no? That cancel each other. And EL by EL, that also common, cancel each other. Then what is the remaining thing? AD by BD. After simplifying, we got AD by BD. That make it equation 1. Understood now? Just write the area of the triangle ADE. In that, according to base areas formula, half into base into height, I have to write what is the base and what is the height. Half will be common. For this triangle also, base and height into half, then I have to cancel common things up and down, only AD by BD remains. That is the equation 1. Okay. Next, come to second point. Area of the triangle ADE. 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 Same triangle. Then in denominator CDE. CDE. This part. Okay. CDE. This part and ADE. But ADE triangle will take the position change here. In this triangle, will take AE is the base and DN is the height. Triangle will take ADE only, but base will take AE and height will take for AC. DN is the height. DN is perpendicular to AC. In construction, we did like that only, no? For this side, DN is the perpendicular line. This is the height for whole side, okay? In this triangle, whole triangle. Therefore, if we will take DN, ADE, that time also DN is the perpendicular line. Means it is the height. AE is the base, DN is the height. Half into AE into DN, base into height. Okay. Then in denominator, area of the CDE. CDE, this triangle. For this triangle, base is EC or CE. This is the base and what is the height? This DN only height. DN is height for whole side AC. Therefore, if we will take a DCE triangle also, DN is the height. Okay, half into EC is the base, DN is the height. Half will be constant. Then cancel similar things, half and half, and DN and DN get cancel each other. AE by CE remains. That make it an equation 2. Okay. Now, according to these two, first and second equation, okay, AD by BD will get by first equation, AE by CE is the second equation. That is according to the area of a triangle. Then from equation 1 and 2, we will equalize these two each other. AD by BD is equal to AE by CE, because area of a triangle BDE is equal to area of a triangle CDE. Understood? Hence proved. We got the what is to prove. We wrote no, that we got here. AD by BD is equal to AE by CE. Means if a straight line drawn parallel to a side of a triangle, then other two sides are proportionately, it divides proportionately. AD by BD, AD by BD, AE is equal to AE by CE. Hence proved. Understood, no? It's very easy, very important. Write and practice. Okay, you have to give reason also. Do it properly. We'll do next theorem. Students, now we'll do second theorem, AAA theorem, triple A theorem or AAA criteria. We'll do now second theorem, AAA criteria or triple A theorem. Okay, see what is the definition for the AAA theorem. If two triangles are equiangular, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Okay, if two triangles are equiangular, then their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Okay, according to that definition, first draw the diagrams. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF. These are the two equiangular triangles. Equiangular triangles means their corresponding angles will be equal. A is corresponding to D. Therefore, angle A is equal to angle D. B is corresponding to E. Therefore, angle B is equal to angle E. Angle C is corresponding to F. Therefore, angle C is equal to angle F. Okay. These two triangles are equiangular. Then their corresponding sides are in proportion. That we have to prove. Okay. According to given definition, we drawn the two triangles are equiangular. Okay. ABC and DEF are the two equiangular triangles. Equiangular means similar. If two triangles are, all the angles are equal to, corresponding angles are equal to each other, then those two triangles are similar. Therefore, ABC and DEF triangles are similar. See, what is given in the definition? Now, I have to write given, or we can write as a data. What is given? In triangle ABC and DEF. ABC triangle and in triangle DF. In these two triangles, angle A is equal to angle D. Angle A is equal to angle D. Angle B is equal to angle E. Angle C is equal to angle F. Only this much is given. Means what they given? These two triangles are, given triangles are equiangular. Equiangular means corresponding angles are equal to each other. That we wrote in the data or given. Okay. Next, to prove. What we have to prove? Second part. In the given definition, what is given in the second part? Their corresponding sides are in the same ratio. Their corresponding sides are in proportion or are in the same ratio. That is given in the second part. That we have to prove. Okay. To prove, AB by DE is equal to BC by EF is equal to CA by FD. Means their corresponding sides. Andre, their corresponding sides means AB, DE is corresponding to AB. DF is corresponding to AC. BC, EF is corresponding to BC. Those corresponding sides are in proportion. What are the corresponding sides? Write in the ratio like this. Write in fraction form. Okay. AB by DE, BC by EF is equal to CA by DF. To prove finish now, their corresponding sides are in proportion or in the same ratio. This we have to prove. Next, to prove this point, we need extra construction. Only two equiangular triangles we took according to the definition. But that is not enough to prove this point. Therefore, we have to construct what is the necessary construction. Okay. Cut AB is equal to DP. AB is equal to DP. Means mark P and Q on DE and DF respectively. P and Q mark on DE and DF respectively such that DP is equal to AB, DQ is equal to AC. Okay. Cut AB is equal to DE. Means this is equal to this. Like that, we have to mark P. DQ is equal to AC. Like that, we have to mark Q. Then join PQ. After construction, we have to go to prove. Okay. In a triangle ABC and DPQ by constructing a straight line. By constructing a line PQ parallel to DE, we got one more triangle DPQ. Okay. We have to take triangle ABC and triangle DPQ. See, after construction, we got new triangle DPQ. This triangle we have to take with this triangle. In a proof, first we have to take these two and prove these two triangles are congruent. In a triangle ABC and triangle DPQ, AB is equal to DP, AC is equal to DQ. That is according to construction. Then angle BAC is equal to angle PDQ. That is given in the data only, given in the definition only. Angle A is equal to angle D. We took in data only. Angle BAC is equal to angle PDQ. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent. It is congruent. Only it became is equal to. It is actually congruent to triangle DPQ by SAS postulate, because we took two sides are equal and one angle is equal in both the triangle. Two corresponding sides and a included angle in one triangle are equal to the corresponding two sides and a included angle in the another triangle. That is a SAS postulate. According to SAS postulate, these two triangles are congruent. Okay. If these two triangles are congruent, then we can say BC is equal to BQ. CPCT. Why it is? These two are congruent. Then we can say BC is equal to PQ. From those two triangles, any sides or any corresponding angles or corresponding sides will be equal. CPCT means corresponding parts of a congruent triangles. According to 1. Then angle ABC is equal to angle DPQ. That also corresponding angles. But triangle ABC is angle ABC is equal to angle DEF. That also given. Angle B is equal to angle E. We had in a data only, no? Angle B is equal to angle E. Here angle B is equal to angle P. That means angle P is equal to angle E. DPQ is equal to angle DEF. Okay. This is according to axiom 1. See, both the left sides are equal. Therefore, both the right sides will be equal to each other. The equal things are equal to one another. Angle ABC is equal to angle DPQ. The same angle ABC is equal to angle DEF. Both left sides are equal. Therefore, we can say both right side angles also equal to each other. This is because of axiom 1. Okay. Now, therefore, PQ is parallel to EF. If these two triangles are equal to, these two angles are equal to each other, DPQ and DEF, we can say PQ is parallel to EF, because lines are parallel when corresponding angles are equal. See here, what we proved? This angle P is equal to angle E in equation 1. Therefore, this line PQ is parallel to EF. If these two corresponding angles are equal to each other, then those two lines which makes the angles are parallel to each other. Okay. If these two lines are parallel to each other, then according to Thales theorem or BPT theorem, their corresponding sides are in proportional. Okay. If PQ is parallel to EF, therefore their corresponding sides are in proportional according to corollary of Thales theorem. dP by dE is equal to PQ by EF is equal to QD by FD. Okay. Then we have to replace all these numerators dP and PQ and QD by AB, DP by AB, PQ by BC, QD by CA. That is by construction. We constructed like this, no? AB is equal to DP, BC is equal to PQ. Now that we proved those two triangles are congruent. Therefore, we got the required thing what we need. AB by DE is equal to BC by EF is equal to CA by FD from construction. Okay, these DP, DQ, PQ and DQ is replaced AB by and BC and CA by construction. Hence, we proved what are the corresponding sides are in the same ratio that we proved, because those two given triangles are similar triangles, means equiangular triangles. If two triangles are equiangular, then their corresponding sides are in proportional. Okay, hence true. Students, next very important theorem, Pythagoras theorem. In this theorem, what is the definition? Square on the hypotenuse is equal to, in a right angle triangle, square on the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. In a right angle triangle, square on the hypotenuse equals sum of the squares of the other two sides. That we have to prove. Okay. See, if a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Then draw the right angle triangle. ABC is a right angle triangle at B right angle. Okay, this only given is triangle ABC, right angle at B. Okay, then this only have to write as a given or data. Triangle ABC is right angle at B. Then to prove, what we have to prove? Second part. What is the second part? Thus only right angle triangle is the first part, that is given. Then second part is the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Means to prove we have to write mathematically. Here hypotenuse is AC. Square on hypotenuse means AC square. Then sum of the squares of the other two sides. AC is the hypotenuse, means which are the other two sides? AB and BC. Square on AB is AB square. Square on BC is BC square. Sum of the squares of the other two sides means AB square plus BC square. That means square on hypotenuse means AC square is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides means AB square plus BC square. This to prove. Okay. To prove this point, we need extra construction. Extra construction means they are given only right angle triangle. Then it is not enough to prove this point. Therefore, we have to draw BD perpendicular AC. Draw one perpendicular line to AC. Okay. After construction, we have to go to prove. Okay. Since BD perpendicular to AC, show that perpendicular to AC, we got another two right angles. See, ADB, it is one right angle, and BDC, it is one right angle. Then given ABC is first right angle. Now three right angles only in this triangle. Three right angles we have. ABC is one right angle. ADB is another right angle. BDC is a third right angle. Okay. Now I have to take in a proof with a given triangle, given right angle ABC. I have to take this part ADB, right angle ADB once. with the given triangle ABC, I have to take ADB once. Then I have to take with the given triangle BDC once. Like that, 2 times I have to take 2 triangle. By proving that, we will get 1 equation. Then those 2 equation by adding we will get this proof. Okay. Take ADB with given triangle ABC. Both also right angle triangle. Both we have to take once and show those 2 are similar triangles. Those 2 are similar triangles already given. That is that we have to prove. Okay. Since sides of the similar triangles are in the same ratio. See, this triangle and the given triangle ABC, those 2 are similar because angle A is common in both the triangle. In triangle ABC is angle A, and only take this part, in that also angle A. One angle is common in both the triangle. No? Then another common thing is, equal thing is, here A is equal to A. That is one pair of angles are equal. Then in a given triangle ABC, B is the right angle, and in a ADB triangle, angle D is a right angle. Means in one triangle, 2 angles are equal to in another triangle 2 corresponding angles, then those 2 triangles are similar. Okay. According to that, we can say these 2, ADB and ABC, are similar triangles. Since sides of a similar triangles are in the same ratio, we can write AD by BD is equal to AB by AC. Hence their corresponding sides are in proportional. Just now we proved in a previous theorem, if a similar triangles are there, equiangular triangles are there, then their corresponding sides are in proportional. According to that, AD by AB is equal to AB by AC. This implies AD into AC is equal to AB square. This implies AD into AC, cross multiplying AD and AC. AD into AC is equal to AB into AB, means AB square. This make it equation 1. Okay. By taking these 2 similar triangles, we got the first equation, AD into AC is equal to AB square. Okay. Now take triangle BDC with a given triangle. We took first triangle ADC and a given triangle ABC. We got this equation. Now take right side triangle BDC with that given triangle ABC again. Okay. Since sides of a similar triangles are in the same ratio, these 2 are the similar triangles because in both the triangle, right angle is there, one common angle C is a common angle for both the triangle. For in BDC also angle A is there, in ABC also angle A is there. By taking those 2, one right angle in both the triangle and one common angle in both the triangle, then those 2 are, we can say, similar triangles or equiangular triangles. If 2 triangles are similar, then their sides are in proportional. According to that theorem, similar triangles, the definition, we can write their sides are in proportional, means CD by BC is equal to BC by AC. This implies by cross multiplying we will get CD into AC is equal to BC into BC, means BC square. This is the equation 2. Okay. Now by adding equation 1 and 2, this and this, by adding both left side have to add and both right side have to add. Then AD into AC plus CD into AC. take left side, AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square. Both the right side add and keep right side. Both the left side add and keep left side. Okay. Now in these two, if we want to simplify these two means, what is the common in this? AC in both the term. Take AC outside. Then in first term, what remains? If we will take AC outside, AD remains inside. From these two, AC will take outside, CD remains inside. Okay. Then AD plus CD. In the bracket what we got? AD plus CD. AD plus CD. This means what? AD plus CD means we can replace AD plus CD by AC. Means by adding these two sides we will get AC. Understood? AD plus DC or CD, that means AC. Means this part AD plus CD we can replace by AC. AC already once outside. This also, this means same thing AC. By adding these two we will get AC. Therefore AC into AC, that is equal to AC square. Right side will be same. Nothing change in the right side. Hence we proved AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Understood? It's very important. We got the square and the hypotenuse is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. That is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. We proved it. Hence proved. Okay. Students, now we will do next theorem on similar triangles. Okay. See the definition. The ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of a ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay. The ratio of the areas of two similar triangles is equal to the square of a ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay. Draw two similar triangles. ABC and PQR are the two similar triangles. Okay. Write the data are given. Triangle ABC and triangle PQR are similar triangles. To prove, what we have to prove? Area of triangle ABC divided by area of triangle PQR is equal to AB by PQ whole square is equal to BC by QR whole square and is equal to AC by PR whole square. According to given statement, their corresponding sides square ratio of their similar triangles is equal to corresponding sides square ratio of their corresponding sides square. Okay. Now to prove this point we need an extra construction, that draw AM perpendicular to BC and PN perpendicular to QR. AM perpendicular to BC, PN perpendicular to QR. These are the construction I have to make to prove this point. Okay. AM perpendicular to BC, PN perpendicular to QR. Next, proof. In a proof, I have to take a area of a triangle ABC. Area of a triangle ABC is equal to half into base into height. What is the formula for area of a triangle? Half into base into height. What is the base here? BC. In a triangle ABC, base is BC and height is AM. Half into BC into AM. Make it equation 1. Then in a triangle PQR, area of a triangle PQR is equal to half into base into height. Here base is QR, height is PN. This make it equation 2. Dividing 1 and 2. Area of a triangle ABC divided by area of a triangle PQR is equal to half BC into AM divided by half QR into PN. Now we can cancel half of common things in a up and down. Then this become BC into AM divided by QR into PN. This is third equation, or we can call it as a equation A. Next, in triangle ABM, only this half part by this perpendicular line we drawn now. AM is perpendicular to BC. By drawing this, we got here two triangles. In that AMB or ABM, take this triangle with PNQ. Both the half of triangle we have to take and make it, those two are similar. See, in these two triangles, angle B is equal to angle Q. Angle B is equal to angle Q. That is given. These two are similar triangles, means corresponding angles of those two triangles are similar. That we took in a data only. Angle B is equal to angle Q. Okay. Then angle M is equal to angle N. Angle M is equal to angle N. This is by construction, because this is a perpendicular line to BC. This is a perpendicular line to QR. Therefore, it is here right angle. Here also right angle. Perpendicular line means this makes a 90 degree. Therefore, these two are equal to each other. Both are 90 degree. Then in one triangle, two angles are equal to corresponding two angles of the another triangle. Then remaining angle will be equal to remaining angle. Means third angle will be equal to third angle. No need to prove that. Only two angles in one triangle are equal to corresponding two angles of another triangle. Then those two triangles are said to be similar. Okay. Therefore, triangle ABM is similar to triangle PQN by AAA similarity. If two triangles are similar, then we can say their corresponding sides are in proportional according to similar triangles definition, theorem definition, similar triangle theorem definition. Their corresponding sides are in proportional. Already we proved it in a similar triangles theorem. AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. Their corresponding sides are AB by PQ and AM by PN. AB is corresponding to PQ, AM is corresponding to PN. Therefore, AB by PQ, AM by PN. Okay. We got the equation B. This is AB by PQ is equal to AM by PM because corresponding sides of a similar triangles are proportional. This keep an equation B. Next, from A. In equation A, what we did? Area of a triangle ABC divided by area of a triangle PQR is equal to BC into AM divided by QR into PN. That replace by BC by QR will be as it is. PN replaced by AB by PQ. This everything will be same. Only AM by PN replaced by AB by PQ, because in equation B, AB by PQ is equal to AM by PN. That we proved now. According to equation B, we can replace AM by PN by AB by PQ. This part replaced by AB by PQ from equation B. Then make this equation C. Okay. Now, given triangle ABC and triangle PQ are similar. According to similar triangles theorem, this implies AB by PQ is equal to BC by QR is equal to AC by PR. Means corresponding sides of a similar triangles are in proportional. That we proved now in a previous theorem. According to that, if these two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are in proportional. AB by PQ and BC by QR, AC by PR. Okay. Then putting in C, this values replace in equation C. Equation C implies area of a triangle ABC divided by area of a triangle PQR is equal to AB by PQ into AB by PQ. That is equal to AB into AB, AB square divided by PQ into PQ is equal to PQ square. That commonly we can take a square. AB square by PQ square. AB into AB, AB square. PQ into PQ, PQ square. That square we can keep it common, AB by PQ whole square. Here we took one pair of corresponding sides and wrote the areas of a ratio of areas of similar triangles or square of their corresponding sides ratio. Okay. In the same way, we can write for any pair of corresponding sides. Not only for this pair of sides, any pair of corresponding sides, ratios of squares are equal to area of a ratio. Area of the given triangle's ratio is equal to their corresponding sides square also in the same ratio. Okay. Therefore, this implies area of a triangle ABC divided by area of a triangle PQR is equal to AB by PQ whole square is equal to BC by QR whole square is equal to AC by PR whole square. Means any pair of corresponding sides we can take and prove this. Okay. Hence prove. Students, we finished all the important theorems from the triangles chapter. From these theorems, any one theorem definitely comes. Okay. Now we'll go to circles chapter. There from two theorems, any one theorem will come now. That we'll do now. One theorem in circles lesson for 3 marks. We'll get it. Okay. From the circles chapter, first theorem is the tangent at any point from of a circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. The tangent at any point of the circle is perpendicular to the radius through the point of contact. Okay. According to definition, I have to draw the circle of a center O and XY is the tangent. XY is the tangent and OP is a perpendicular at the point of contact. Okay. OP is a perpendicular line. This is XY is a tangent. This is the diagram I have to construct according to statement. Next, given. What is given from the statement? Write XY is a tangent to a circle with center O at P. XY is a tangent to the circle with center O at P. OP is the radius. OP is the radius. Okay. This is the data or given. Next, to prove. What we have to prove? OP perpendicular to XY. OP is perpendicular to XY. That we have to prove. To prove this, we need an extra construction. That we have to construct. Mark a point Q. Mark a point Q on XY other than P. Mark a point Q on XY other than P. P already there, no? Except this P, one more point anywhere. This side, that side, anywhere. We took a right side. That is Q. Mark on tangent XY other than P. And join that with O. OQ. Join OQ. It cuts the circle at R. Means here it cuts the circle, no? Q is here. By joining OQ, this OQ cuts the circle at R. This point is R. Now prove. In the given figure, OR is less than OQ. OQ is greater, OR is smaller. Therefore, OR is less than OQ. But OR is equal to OP because radii of the same circle. According to given figure, we can say OR is less than OQ, but both are radii of the same circle. Therefore, OR is equal to OP. Therefore, OP is less than OQ. This happens for every point on the line XY except the point P. OP is the shortest of all the distance of the point O that the points of XY. Means P is the midpoint, that is the point on XY, that point makes the shortest distance from the center. OP is the shortest of all the distance of the point O to the points of XY. From O, any point on XY, OP is the shortest. Okay. Therefore, perpendicular is the shortest distance from a point outside a straight line. Okay. Therefore, OP perpendicular to OQ. Therefore, tangent and radius are perpendicular at the point of contact on the circle. Hence, proved. A tangent and radius are perpendicular at the point of contact on the circle. This is the proof. Hence, proved. This is the second theorem from the circles chapter. Okay. See, the lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. The lengths of tangents drawn from an external point to a circle are equal. See the diagram. This is a circle of center O. This P is a external point to the circle. The tangents, two tangents drawn from an external point to the circle, PQ and PR. P is the external point, PQ and PR are the tangent drawn from an external point to the circle. Okay. Now to prove these two tangents are equal to each other. First write the given. What is the given? O is the center of the circle. P is an external point lying outside the circle. PQ and PR are the tangents on the circle. Okay. Now to prove. What we have to prove? These two tangents are to prove equal to each other. Means to prove we have to write PQ is equal to PR. Next, to prove this point, we need extra construction. In the definition they given, only tangent with the center O, and these are the two circle with the center O, and these are the tangents from an external point. Only that is given in the statement. We need extra construction that need to prove this point. Okay. Therefore, I have to join OP and OQ and OR. Just joining these three lines. Okay. This is the construction. Join OP, OQ and OQR. Next, proof. In triangle OQP and triangle ORP, OPQ and OPR. Take these two triangles, then prove these two are congruent to each other. Okay. OQ is equal to OR. In these two triangles, in these two OPQ and OPR. In these two triangles, OQ is equal to QR. OQ is equal to OR, not QR. OQ is equal to OR because radii of the same circle, all the radius are equal in the same triangle. Therefore, radii of the same circle are equal to each other. Then OP is equal to OP. Means this is common for both the triangle. Take this triangle, OP is there. Take a down triangle, POR. There also OP is common for both the triangle. Okay. 2 points we did. Next, OQP. OQP. This triangle is 90 degree. Then ORP is also 90 degree. Because we know angle between the tangent and the radius at the point of contact is always 90 degree, is always right angle. Therefore, these two triangles are equal to each other, equal to 90 degree. OQP, OQP, ORP equal to 90 degree because angle between radius and tangent. Okay. Therefore, what we proved here? These two triangles are congruent according to RHS, means right hand side, hypotenuse and S. OP is the hypotenuse. This is the right angle triangle, no? This is also right angle triangle, no? Two also right angle triangles. In these two right angle triangles, hypotenuse in both the triangle, hypotenuse is OP and 1 point is equal. Then one side means PQ. Sorry, this OQ and OR. This side, then one angle, right angle. In two right angles, right angle and a hypotenuse and a side are equal to the another right angle corresponding right angle, hypotenuse and a side, means those two triangles are said to be congruent. RHS postulate, we proved these two triangles are congruent. After proving these two are congruent, obviously we can write PQ is equal to PR because CPCT, means this PQ and PR are the corresponding parts of the congruent triangle. Okay, hence proved. It's very easy but very important. Practice properly. Okay, all the theorems what are important for the exam, all we did, practice it properly. Okay, next only some part is remaining, that I'll do in one more part. All the 8 parts, I made 8 parts of a passing package for a maths 10th standard, that all the parts practice properly. Okay, thank you and like my channel and subscribe it.